Everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me. Today I'm going to be making a couple of cards using Bushland Boutique, the latest collection from Uniquely Creative, and I've already pre-cut some bases for myself. I cut this one from this piece of paper here, which goes that way around, and I've cut off the bottom so I can't remember what it's called. And then I cut this one from the corner of this particular paper with the tree on the back. So I'm just going to show today how I build layers. I'm just going to do the two cards because I think that's going to take me a while. I've also, just to elevate your cards a bit more, you could use some dies. I'm going to use this windmill die that came with that back design. You don't have to use the die, you can just do the layers without the die, but I'm going to take it to the next level by adding the die. So it's entirely up to you how you want to build your card, really. Personal preference, and you might not want to use half the things that I use. So this was working this morning, so it's just working now. I could use the pen, but I don't know. Don't have much success with the pens. Don't have much success with lots of things, actually. Anyway, so around this base, I forgot to tell you, this is a card base. Put that on the top, and I've actually inked around the outside using walnut stain on both of them, just to get a bit of, so it doesn't look quite so, I don't know, to lift up the background. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to use this big word here, which means I'm going to have to cut off that side, which is fine. I'm just going to stick it down for now, and I'll cut it off later. And I probably should just stick it in the middle because I'll probably be sticking things underneath it. And I'll put it across like that. Just to use this particular bunch of flowers, I'm going to stick that underneath. I should have just, maybe I should need to come down a bit more. Yeah, a bit more so we can still see that bit windmill maybe. So I hope you are all well and doing okay and having some crafty time this weekend. It's the Easter weekend, so I'm doing this on the Sunday. We saw our grandchildren and children a couple of weeks ago, so we gave them their Easter things then. So then I've got this bit here, it's going to go underneath there. I'm going to put that bit there. This is where I start building the layers. I'm going to use a foam mounts from Uniquely Creative. This came in a pack, kit, the round ones. I personally prefer the square ones because I find them easier to get off. But a good thing about the round ones is that you can use the middle bits as well as if you did, so you're not wasting anything. But you don't waste anything in the square ones, really. Put that there to sort of cover over that sort of space. And I'm thinking of, got some other things here to add on. Probably, sorry, just realised what I was doing. Probably not within, you probably couldn't see what I was doing, so I apologise for that. I want to put that there. Maybe I should put that a bit more around. That's one good thing about 450, has a bit of wriggle room, which is really good. I'll put that, stick that down and that down. I cut the windmill from a file folder that I had in my stash because I make journals as well, and I use file folders for that, if you didn't know that already. What I do with my scissors, put them away. Oops, sorry about that. in half. These are from my stash, so just gives a different layer. You can also use packaging, the packaging that the Uniquely Creative products come in. Use the packaging. I did want to use the bow, but I don't know. It's going to look a bit funny now. I've elevated everything. That should go in there. Tuck that in there. Create those layers. You can foam mount as much as you like, or not as much as you like. You can just keep it flat if you want to. You don't have to put the layers on, but I'm just putting, I don't know whether I should put that there actually. I think I might do that. We'll put that on a foam mount. Just the one. Put it there. Got a bit of glue. And I wanted to put maybe a bit more of this here. You could ink around the outside of these if you wanted to give it a bit more definition, or I was going to put this somewhere. Where was I going to put it? Down here maybe. Or was I going to put it in there? Do you know what? You make all these plans and then it comes to the final crunch. You think, oh, did I do that or did I not do that? Could just do something at the top here, so give it a thirds kind of thing. What have I got more over here? This is my tray of goodies. Could use another bunch just to give it a thirds thing, or not worry about it. Let's just cut that off, and we might come back to that thought. Cut them off. See, it fits on there perfectly. That word fits on there perfectly. So we could put one of those hearts there. There's lots of hearts in this kit. Let's have a look. So this one here. Cut this from some sparkly cardstock, because you know, like windmills in Australia are made from metal. Some of them look a bit, you know, and even though sometimes they're in the paddock for a long time, they don't lose a lot of their, you know, galvanized look about them. So I just thought I would use this because I had a bit of it in my stash and I just wanted to use it up. Again, you don't have to use this dye. If you don't have it, you don't have to use any dyes. I'm just adding the dye because I wanted to, because I want to use my dyes and not just have them sitting there. So I'm going to put that across there. I'm going to put that there. So I'm going to put that down first, I think. I want to use this word as well. So let's punch this bit, these bits out from the word. From the Creative Cuts this came from. So did that one. Come from the Creative Cuts. So I wanted to have that sort of like that. I'm going to cover that over with a flower. So let's glue this bit on first. So it goes on the, whoops, oh, the word like that, and this behind. You can build up these in your hand. Sometimes I find that easier too. as you can see, I'm going to have to cut some of this off because it's going off the edge of the page, but that's fine. I don't mind. I'm not sticking that down just yet. Not just yet. So I'm just going to put some flowers down. Actually, I might just stick it down. Otherwise, I've got a feeling it's going to sort of put me off. Not put me off, but I don't know why am I sticking it down? Because I want to change my mind. Let's get rid of the excess glue here. I had a little, I'll put up a little branch here, I think. Maybe I might not. That was before. I had that branch there before I decided to use the windmill. So we'll have a look. We do everything else on the picture first. Building the layers. How did I want that? There was a bit. Yeah, I wanted that behind, didn't I? So this is going to go up the windmill like that. It's very hard to go to get these really close without chopping off the stem. That'll do. I should use my tweezers. Oh, sorry. I don't know how many times I dropped my drink bottle, my glue bottle. Okay, so I'm just building the layers. I'll put that in next. Put the tall things at the back here, at the bottom kind of thing. So this one's going to go, I'm going to put a little bit of a smaller foam mat on those ones. These are the ones I have trouble getting out, the little ones. Am I coming out easily today? Make a big fib of me. Get rid of the scraps later. Oh. Hope you've had a really good Easter and had some, like I said, have some crafting time, but have a bit of family time. Like I said, we saw our family a few weeks ago because we knew that they were going to be away for Easter, because why not? I think I remember going away at Easter a few times myself when we were younger. That's not going to stay there. That's going to have to foam out this one as well now. And the number of times we used to go away and then have to abandon ship halfway through because it would rain. I remember one year we went up to the Riverland, Lake Bonnie at Barmera, and it poured. And one of the people, we went with some friends, and their tent leaked everywhere. And it was pretty, and the whole ground underneath was pretty. When we got the next day, the whole camping ground looked a bit muddy and not very nice. So we thought, they wanted to pack up and go home. They said, "Oh, you stay." And we said, "Oh, no, what's the point?" You know, like, we came together, and so we all packed up, and then, you know, tents were wet. So packed up wet tents and things like that, and they still managed to get the Easter eggs out to the kids, and that was fun. But we all packed up everything, and lots of other people decided to pack up as well because the ground was really wet at that stage and didn't look very promising, and the weather didn't look very promising. So we just decided to pack up and go home. And so it was one year, and then another year we went out to a farm and camped at the farm. And this is not coming up, sorry. I wanted to put that underneath there, but I'm not going to now. I'm going to put it on top. This Maybe I should put the bird up at the top. We'll work about the bird. Where should I put the bird? I wanted to put the bird somewhere. So another year we went out to this farm and the same thing happened. It rained. Absolutely rained. And poured down. So we packed up everything, and same friends. And we all just went home, and what happened was we used to cook by fire, camp oven fire and things like that, and so we just packed up all the food in the camp oven and took it back to our place. I reckon we took it back to our place, and then had finished off cooking the food in the oven. In the oven, so that's what we did, and that was so we had a camp oven in the house, finished off the food in the camp oven in the oven, and we all stayed for tea, and yeah, that was a couple of Easters we've had a abandoned ship, basically, so to speak. You know, that's half the fun of going camping, isn't it? Having disasters. I'm going to put this one up here. I was going to put it on a little branch. I think it still needs a little branch somehow. No, because there's the thirds there. So you can't have that, okay? It would look a bit funny. So just put them around there. Oh, wanted to put this one. I might actually put that on a little foam mat. Oh, everything's sticking to my fingers here. That's why you should be using your tweezers, Kate, not using your fingers, so it doesn't stick everywhere. I watch all these people use tweezers and they use them so competently, and I always feel like I'm not doing a very good job of it at all. It's not stuck down. Why isn't it not stuck down? A bit more glue, perhaps. That's better. A bit more leaf. And a bit more of that. I might put this one on a little foam mat as well. Let's do a bigger one. Stick it on top of one of these other flowers. Okay, there, like that. And do I want another one here? No, because that's, I don't think I should do anything else now. I was going to create a little focal point there, but then now because I've put the windmill there, it would look a bit lopsided, because it's the rule of thumb is like creating a sort of triangle. So there's my triangle there, and that's a triangle that side. Isn't that funny? They're both on the same side. And then if you didn't want to waste your scraps, which is, you could pop them on the inside like so. And that way you can use your scraps. Sometimes I put something else there as well. Depends on what I'm making. I do feel though that this needs something else here, so I might have to cut this out quickly if I can. It's a lovely collection. It's different, and I like how the native Australian flowers get used, and got kind of little bits of wattle there as well. I did cut out some of the wattle, so maybe I could put some of that in there. Ooh. Just wanted to cover the spot up here. That's what I wanted to do, but didn't do a very good job of cutting that flower out. That's right, it'll be hidden. Basically, just in there. Just wanted to cover that spot there. And in my little stash of goodies, do I want anything else? There's a little wattle stem. Yes, that works. And I'm going to put that on a foam, a foam thing as well, just to elevate it so it doesn't look quite so flat on the background. That's better. Just seems to have sort of finished off. Do I want anything another bit here? Or there? No, I think that's enough. You don't want to overdo it, Kay. Otherwise it'll just look a bit too much. Anyway, so I thought I'd show you how to build layers, and you don't have to use like the windmill. You can just build the layers up as flowers up there a bit further, or use something else, maybe one of the birds. Like if you'd use one of the, let's see if I can find one. If you'd use one of the frogmouth owls, are they frogmouth owls? Or they're just owls? Barnia. No, they're not frogmouths. If you'd use one of the owls there, you could just use that as a focal point instead. Same for this one here. You don't have to use a die, so it's entirely up to you how you want to use the collection, really. But hopefully that will give you some ideas of how to build layers, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.